This is the CP-140 aircraft. We call it the Aurora. The Americans call it the P-3 Orion. It's basically a sister aircraft to that. We made our own Canadian version of it when we procured it. Intended originally as an ASW aircraft, but we do everything from overland missions, radar mapping, search and rescue. There's a whole litany of things that we're able to do with this aircraft.
The Aurora is a long-range patrol aircraft originally designed to hunt submarines, so anti-submarine warfare is the primary role. It's kind of the child of an S-3 Viking and a P-3 Orion that we Canadianized, essentially. Exterior-wise, you wouldn't notice much difference aside from a few antennas, but the inside layout is completely different.
There are lots of factors involved in how long we can actually stay airborne, so the endurance of the aircraft. We have our rules for how much fuel we have to land with to be safe. It depends a lot on environmental conditions as well, what the temperature is, how high we are, or how low we're flying. A typical long mission is about 10 hours, but we can extend further than that. I think my longest flight is about 11.7. So in order to save fuel and fly that long, we can shut down engines airborne. So we'll normally shut down engine number 1, and then if we want to stay out longer, we'll shut down engine number 4 after that, and really fly on 2 engines. So at that point, we're kind of like a King Air, but burn a lot less gas. It's pretty standard for aircraft to have radar, so we have radar and it works in different modes. And of course, you mentioned the sonobuoys, so there's a computer system that enables the ASOs to pick up the sound and figure out what the sound is under the water. The computer is a big one, as well as the radar. The NASOs operate the EOIR, which stands for electro-optic infrared. So it's the big camera, and the ball comes out from underneath the front, and it swivels around on the turret, and they can take pictures of surface vessels and whatnot. We also have the MAD detector, so that stands for magnetic anomaly detector, and it's the boom that's off the back of the end of the airplane there, and that picks up magnetic disturbances. So if there's a chunk of metal, like a submarine under the water, it'll let us know that it's there.
My job is sort of a branch off of the ASOP branch, which is the Airborne Electronic Sensor Operator. So I'm the acoustic sensor operator, and then there's also the non-acoustic sensor operator. So they deal with the above water sensors like radar, our camera, and I deal primarily just with processing the sonobuoys. Like our physical sort of hardware is a little bit older, but our software is sort of constantly being updated in order to be functional and relevant in the current environment. It is actually very functional. Our biggest limitation is probably the hardware, but we have upgraded it in order for it to be faster, in order for us to be able to search better.
There's 2 main operational squadrons in Canada for the CP-140. One is in Greenwood, and that's 405, and the other one is on this coast, which is 407. So we basically do the same thing, but on different sides of Canada. We're involved in many of the same mission sets. We kind of look after the Pacific, where the 407 squadron looks after the Atlantic as far as maritime patrols. But really, we can be tasked anywhere in the world, and we do the same job.